Hey, I'm finishing for today and I just wanted to quickly share my worklog. So I managed to make the basic logic work. So all the processes start in our service.js. So in the code without the state machines, which we plan to merge together with the state machines repo. So I'm spawning a process for every of these users that I generate in the scenario. And where do I have this scenario? It's a scenario 2. So every user gets a certain role assigned. So they will be encoders, hosters, or testers. Some of them will be sponsors. Some of them will be authors of the data. So we basically create the feed and then pass it to the sponsor who publishes it to the network and asks for hosting. So that's the flow, and then all the other roles come in. So the hosters and testers and encoders. So this thing is now running, and we have logs in the browser. So this is now like log of the whole flow of the whole process. So every activity or the key activity is logged. So, okay, we create a user with these roles. It gets an address and it gets its account created. And then, so this is Dave. So Dave also registers as encoder and so on. So we basically run the whole thing. But of course, because we did some changes to the database in this refactoring, I now have to resolve all the issues that appear. So the whole registration of the roles and the user registration goes well. Also, the publishing, the author publishes the new feed and the publisher gets the data. But there is a change that we did. We had like 3 roles in the simulation. There was an author who creates a feed, and then there was a publisher who takes this feed and publishes it to the datdot network. And then there is a 3rd role, which is a sponsor who is actually requesting hosting and sponsoring the hosting for this particular feed. But now we are merging these 2 roles, so there won't be a special role just for publishing thing for the network to the network, but the person who wants to request hosting, so the so-called sponsor is also gonna publish the feed to the chain. So the next time somebody wants to sponsor a feed, it can they can take the existing feed that is already published to the network, or they can publish a new one. So that was the idea, because we wanted to enable somebody to sponsor a feed that is already on the chain, that somebody else is already requesting. For example, some important data that we want all to be available for the users. So there could be multiple people, like, I don't know, some scientific data, and there could be multiple people who would want to sponsor this particular feed to be available, to pay for the hosting or to support the hosting. So that was the idea, that we kind of split these 2 things, like publishing and the sponsoring. But we just merge this. So in the step when you are requesting the hosting, you will publish, and then the next one can just select from already published feeds. So that's why I'm now getting here some error, and I think it's related to this. So I will continue tomorrow with this, but I'm pretty happy that I have the thing running again. So yeah, we'll keep moving. See you tomorrow.